Hola, class, and welcome. So, as we continue our journey in learning Spanish, let's tackle a really common stumbling block. Have you ever tried to ask a friend, hey, what's your new boss like, but in Spanish, and your mind just goes completely blank? Yep, you're not alone. Today, we're going to fix that once and for all.
All right, so let's get right into it. In English, it's super simple, right? What is he like? But here's the thing. If you try to translate that word for word into Spanish, you're going to get some seriously confused looks. It doesn't work that way.
I bet this feels pretty familiar. You want to ask about someone's personality, and that English phrase just hits a wall. And that's because Spanish approaches this with a totally different logic. See, it's not about asking what a person is like, but how they are, as in, what are their essential core traits. It's a small change in thinking, but trust me, it makes all the difference.
So, to figure out the right way to ask our question, we have to go back to a cornerstone of Spanish grammar, the two verbs for to be. I'm talking about ser and estar. Seriously, getting this distinction down is the key that unlocks so much of the language.
This chart breaks it down perfectly. Over here on the left, we've got ser. Think of this as the permanent stuff, the very essence of who you are. We're talking personality, your job, where you're from, things that don't just change tomorrow. Then, on the right, you have estar, for all the temporary things, how you're feeling, where you are, maybe you're sick. It's all about your state of being right now.
And this slide right here makes that difference crystal clear. Look at the left. Es simpático. We're using ser. That means he is a nice guy. It's part of his core personality. Now look at the right. Está cansado. We're using estar. He's just tired at this moment. Tomorrow, he could be bouncing off the walls. See the difference? One is who he is, the other is how he feels.
Okay, now that we've got that permanent versus temporary idea down, we are ready for the big reveal. The solution to our original problem hinges on one simple, super powerful little word.
And that magic word is cómo. It means how, and you say it like co-mo. This little guy is the key we've been looking for to finally ask about someone's personality the right way.
And here it is, maybe the most important takeaway of the day. You have to do a little mental gymnastics. Stop trying to translate what is he like. Instead, you have to rephrase it in your head to how is he, as in what is his fundamental nature like. Shifting your brain from what to how is the secret sauce.
Which brings us to this beautiful, simple phrase. This is the one to write down. Cómo es. It's so elegant. You just take cómo, how, and you pair it with es, which remember is the permanent is from the verb ser. Put them together, and bam, you're asking about someone's core personality. Okay, pay close attention to this chart, because this is where the wires get crossed for so many learners. These two questions look almost identical. But if you ask, ¿Cómo es él, using ser, you're asking about his permanent traits. The answer is going to be a description like es alto, he's a tall person. But if you ask ¿Cómo está él, using estar, you're asking how he's doing right now. The answer will be about his condition, like está bien, he's doing fine. That one little verb completely changes the entire meaning of the question.
All right, that was the theory. Now let's make it real. Time to put this into practice and actually start describing people. And don't worry, I'll give you some great words to get started with. Here are 5 awesome adjectives to pop in your vocabulary toolkit. We've got simpático or simpática for nice, inteligente for intelligent, gracioso or graciosa for funny, tímido or tímida for shy, and extrovertido or extrovertida for extroverted. And hey, quick tip, see how some end in O and have an A next to them? That's because you change the ending to A if you're describing a woman. So he is simpático, but she is simpática. Here's a super easy exercise you can do right now. Grab a partner, or hey, just talk to yourself. One person asks, ¿Cómo eres? That's the informal way to ask, what do you like? The other person answers with soy, which means I am, and then adds an adjective, like soy gracioso, or soy inteligente. Then you just switch roles. It's a fantastic way to make it stick.
Of course, the verb has to change depending on who you're talking about. You can see here we use es for a single person, like ¿Cómo es ella? For she, or ¿Cómo es usted? For a formal you. But if you're asking about a group like they, the verb flips to son, as in ¿Cómo son ellos?
All right, quiz time. Let's do a quick check. How would you fill in these blanks using the right form of ser? I'll give you a second. For number 1, yo. That's right, yo soy alto. Number 2, tú. It's tú eres inteligente. And last one, ella, perfect. Ella es simpática. See? You're getting the hang of this?
Okay, we have covered a lot. So to make sure this all sticks, I've put everything we've talked about into one final, ultimate cheat sheet. Seriously, this next slide is the one you're going to want to screenshot or jot down in your notes.
Let's walk through this real quick. First, the main use. Ser for permanent stuff, estar for temporary states. Got it? Next, the key question for each. Cómo es, to ask about personality, versus cómo está, to ask how someone's doing. And the examples at the bottom just nail it. Ask, ¿Cómo es tu amigo? And you learn about his personality. He's funny. Ask, ¿Cómo está tu amigo? And you learn about his health. He's a little sick. This one table has it all.
So there you have it. You know the secret. The key isn't asking what someone is like, but how they are, using the right verb. You officially have the tools. So my question for you is, who is the first person you're going to ask about in Spanish? Go on, give it a try. You got this. Keep up the amazing work, and hasta la próxima.